Books now something at me, bro. Show we're gonna be doing a deep dive on Steph Curry, pink diamond Steph Curry to be specific. Diamond, I mean not diamond. Spotlight historic, free pink diamond Steph Curry, which was very exciting to me because I've been telling my buddy Spatial Jones up and down, man, I would love to have that Steph Curry card because it'd be a lot of fun. But there's no way I'm paying $100K or more for him because he's not gonna be in my main lineup. But I would just love the card for Triple Threat Online and just to have fun in general with the card. And so I'm really excited about this card. I love the card already. I've played with it a little bit. I'm pretty familiar with Steph Curry cards. I've played with the Opal, obviously played with the Diamond. I have a Diamond Steph Curry on here from the collections, who's actually also a solid card. He helped me get this card by beating up on the Cavs and tormenting that Galaxy Opal Kyrie Irving Hall of Fame. So let's get right to it. So let's look at the positives first and foremost. So starting with his attributes, he's got a 99 three-point shot and a 98 mid-range shot. He's got a 99 driving layup. Now, here we go. First negative is that 60 driving dunk. So I said there's, in the title, there are two differences between this card and the Galaxy Opal. And this is the first difference. The Galaxy Opal can dunk. Now, here's the thing. I'm not sure how much you rate that as a big deal because that 75 dunk, it's not like the Galaxy Opal's an 85, 90 dunk. A lot of times that Galaxy Opal's going to give you layups anyway. He doesn't have like the best dunk package in the world or anything like that. So while this card is pretty much almost never going to dunk, and even when he does dunk, I don't know if you want him to because he basically got rim grazers. At the same time, you know, the other one will dunk for you on occasion. Now, here's the thing about it. Steph has one of the best layup packages in the game. So usually when a card can't dunk, I'm pretty hard on him for it. But because Steph is so great at everything in between the shooting and the dunking, I tag him a little, you know, less harshly than I would cards who have like goofy layup packages or a bad dunk package or something like that. So now that's just my subjective opinion. Bottom line, the card has a 60 dunk. He's going to dunk once in a while, and when he does, not going to be that great. If you're trying to finish with this card, you definitely want to be going for layups, Euro steps, throwing your opponent off timing, hop stepping, all that kind of stuff, and most likely passing out because he has a great playmaking badges. All right, let's keep it moving. Hands, blah, blah, no post moves, no post fade, nobody cares about that. Perimeter defense is 89, that's great. That interior defense is 31, that's horrible, obviously. This card's going to get feasted on if somebody's trying to take him inside. 94 steal, that's excellent. 82 shot contest is also really good, and the 94 lateral quickness is fantastic. And he has a 97 speed, also fantastic. 93 acceleration and an 80 vert, 48 strength. Again, terrible. But listen, that's Steph Curry. That's another thing I like about this card. I like the fact that the card is actually a good representation of Steph Curry. I don't want Steph Curry with a 98 strength. Look, I realize that, you know, would make the card better, but part of the fun for me is the fact that if you cook somebody with this card, you cook them with a version of actual Steph Curry, not some super dunking Vince Carter version of Steph Curry. And they had to hold that L. And I personally take a little pleasure in that. But again, that's just me. All right, let's look at the badges real quick before we get out of here. So shooting, he's elite. He's an elite shooter. When it comes to him versus the Galaxy Opal, this is not a difference between those two cards. Same thing with the playmaking. Basically perfect. All right, he has gold ankle breaker instead of Hall of Fame. That would be the one thing that I would say, you know, I would prefer he had Hall of Fame ankle breaker. That would be nice. But everything else, Hall of Fame, you know, handles for days, dimer, floor general, quick first step, tight handles, all that stuff. And again, tight handles also goes with it. He's also going to have gold space creator. So this card is definitely going to get ankle breaker animations and stun animations all over the place. Okay, so here's where the card is different than the Opal. I believe the Opal has Hall of Fame clamps, and I believe the Opal also has Hall of Fame intimidator. And you can feel it. I've played against that card, and you can feel like, man, Steph doesn't play D like this, right? It doesn't make that Steph Curry a good defender. And some of the cards that will blow up that Steph Curry are going to blow up this card equally. But have to be honest about the card, he's missing that. Now, back to the positives. All right, so first and foremost, those are his hot zones, outstanding. I don't know what the hot zones are to the Opal. Don't really care. This guy's got a 99 shot and a fantastic release. So that's his regular release. Let's look at his release off. This is off the peak. Gorgeous. And this is off the Pro Hezi. Oh, I did it too late. You got to do it kind of quick with this card. There we go. Oh, it's quick. It's so quick off the Pro Hezi, though. It's so good off the Pro Hezi. It looks like he has a little bounce in the shot, but I'm telling you, he goes up right away. That animation happens during the gather, so it's not like Lonzo Ball or anything. That is so good. All right, and this is his leaner. I believe he has his own signature leaners and pull-up dribbles, so that's really nice. His leaner going to the left is really great. That's really great. And we're going to look at his pull-up off the momentum dribble too. I'll start incorporating that. Great. Great, great, great. Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Off of a speed boost, his instant pull-up is solid. There's a little bit of a delay in the beginning of it, but he goes up quickly. There we go. That was nice and smooth. All right. So we're going to get into the dribbles, my favorite part of the Steph Curry card. So if you guys don't know, part guys use Steph Curry's dribbles like pretty much. He's one of the top signature dribble packages in the game for part guys, and it's for a couple of reasons. So we see there he has a very good behind the back. He has the elite between the legs stuff. All that's looking great, right? He's got the crossovers, right? So his crossover is solid. Actually, his crossover is very good. In fact, I'm going to do my half-court crossover test. Oh, yeah, that's an elite crossover. That's an elite crossover. Because when you're in the half court and you're running, that crossover just changes directions instantly. So you see there, it has a delay, but if you're here in the half court and you boom, you can go right into that crossover. Gives you a lot of options off of the half spin combos if you guys were so inclined to do those combos. So you can go into the mid range, and then you can also did I do it between the legs or I think I did it between the legs there. Did I? No. I don't know. I don't remember which one I did. But either way, you have the options between, the between the legs, which will take you forward really quickly. You can do the crossover, which will give you a different direction on the forward. And you can also do the in and out, which will take you in the same direction. So off of that half spin, this guy has every option in the book. And the half spin is one of the best ways to get started when you're just standing next to a screen. You know what I mean? So if you're just standing next to a screen, that half spin is a wonderful way to get started, because it just moves you from a standstill, gives you kind of an automatic running momentum, and gives you all of those options to run out of. All right, so that's looking good. Of course, Steph has the Pro 3 Hezi, looking great. See how he looks on change directions, very smooth. And Steph, who is basically the inventor of it, has this teleport between the legs dribble, which for you guys who don't know, that is 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock on the right stick. All right, so he can just kind of zigzag there. Zigzag going the same way, change directions, zigzag, pro, pull up. On the perimeter, basically impossible to deal with. You just have to guess. You just have to guess and hope that people miss when they're playing like that. You have to make a read on how they're playing, but there's no physical way for you to actually keep up with it as a defender. And I'm telling you guys, the computer hates guarding that stuff. All right, so let's look at some more of his combos. Let's see. Oh, RISD, you know what it is, man? I only stream for the people who show up. These videos are for people to watch later. I just find that I like the interaction more on streaming than recording it and putting it up later. How's Draymond? I haven't gotten Draymond yet, man. I don't know what the Draymond's all about yet. We'll see if we can even get him. All right, so that's Steph's momentum dribble. So another great thing about Steph, he's got this kind of glitchy between the legs that is just so good for so many reasons. So like right there, you see he's got the, the misdirection kind of stuff that he can do out of it. And he can also, do it off of momentum dribbles and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just really strong. Just a really generally strong card that in terms of like people who dribble and shoot, this card is elite at both of those things. And he's also elite at passing. So, his step back is just golden. Like this card is, you're talking about perfect animations. I'm really surprised that the community is a little down on this card because he has so many good animations. Like, listen, if you don't run small point guards, I get it. But people were down on Steph Curry even when small point guards were still like a little more in fashion. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the deal is with people not liking Steph. But I like Steph. I mean, I know there's a few, competitive guys who do like Steph, a few big time guys who like him, but I'm just surprised that so many people are down on him because he's got a great jumper, great dribbling package, great passing attributes, and he can shoot from as soon as he crosses half court. Basically, the card can, pull up on you. So And even when it comes to cards who can't dunk, he's got basically the most ideal layup package for somebody who can't dunk with those circus layups. I'll go through a couple of those now. So he's got the behind the back, the speed up at the end of it, throw your timing off. That's really good. He's got a nice little, his layups, he like keeps going at the same speed and puts the ball out in front of him. See, that's what I prefer if you're not going to dunk. A lot of cards have a gather. They start switching hands. They start playing with the ball and stuff like that. Steph gives you the option to go at all paces. So as far as cards go that aren't going to dunk, I prefer them to be like this. I think Kyrie Irving has some nice stuff too, where if they're not going to dunk, well, give me some trickeration. You know what I mean? Give me some ability to deceive my opponent so that if I do want to finish, I have the ability to do so. All right. So, well, since he can't really dunk, we're not going to look at his dunk packages. And that's all he's got for you, just general rim grazers. I don't even know if it's worth it putting a dunk shoe on him, to be honest with you. I would say just kind of hold the L and just, you know, he can't dunk. Just hold it. I mean, he's dunking here in practice, but don't expect him to dunk in the game. If he does, that's a bonus, but I think you'll probably finish more if you plan for skill shots around people pursuing you. But all right, I think that's going to pretty much cut it for Steph. Did I skip anything? We went to the hezzy. We went to the step back. We didn't look at the triple threat. Let's look at that real quick. So very fast going out of that triple threat. Now he's showing off. He's dunking all the time. Trying to make me look bad. All right, let's see. Let's get the ball back. This is triple threat opposite way, which is actually very fast out of. Very fast going the opposite way out of the triple threat. Yep, spin. Yeah, so this guy has a higher level triple threat package because he just moves a little bit faster out of the triple threat than most cards. We're going to look at one more thing out of the triple threat. Oh, yeah. Nice step back out of the triple threat, too. Which should... Let me look at that again. Okay, he can't combo out of that with his other step back, so that's worth noting. And let's look at his snatch back into that step back. Yeah, just a elite step back. Wow. Yep. Love this card. I'm going to be using this card a lot in triple threat because this is definitely a card that, you know, allows me to work on certain skills. And yeah, he's got the peak shot. He's got the great hezzy. He's got the side switch. You know, he's got the peekaboo stuff. He's got the pro hezzy stuff. He's just got it all, man. This card's got it all. And yeah, he's 6'3". He's not a dunker. So I'm not trying to say he's one of the best point guards in the game. We know that's generally reserved for like cards 6'5" and over. But as far as 6'3s go, this is one of the best shooters and passers in the game. And on defense, he only has gold clamps. That's pretty much what he's working with. So that's your liability right there. But other than that, that's the Steph Curry card. I'm personally very excited about it. Whether or not he fits your lineups is all up to you. I would say if I were giving a responsible comparison, I would say there's no way I would play this card over the Derrick Rose because the Derrick Rose is basically just as good at shooting. He's not as good of a dribbler, but he's just as good at shooting and an absolutely elite dunker, right? Whereas with Steph Curry, obviously when it comes to the finishing, he's got some struggles in that area. But when it comes to the shooting, I mean, the Rose isn't as good of a shooter. He's not as good of a shooter. Maybe Galaxy OPAL Rose is, but this guy does have Hall of Fame quick draw and Hall of Fame range extender with a 99.3. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. And if you can get buckets with this card, you're definitely gonna put some points on people's heads and just be like, look, you can get your 2, I'm getting 3. But all right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for the Steph Curry review. Let me look at the chat real quick. Do I think he's worth grinding for over Pistol Pete? That's a really good question. Pistol Pete is 6'5", but Steph is faster. So I don't know, man. Yo, Peter Park. First of all, that's a dope name. That's a dope name. As a guy who once drew a couple times, drew Spider-Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the mixing of the Peter Parker and the Peter Park. That's fantastic. I like you. But yeah, man, thanks a lot. That's much appreciated, dude. You forgot which crossover Draymond had? Yeah. So shout out to Carson Cruz. Get that guy a like and a follow if you have not already. And give me a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys actually very shortly. I'm going to do a Walter Davis vid very soon. So if you guys are curious about that Walter Davis, we're going to get into it, look at all of his animations and all that stuff very shortly. See you soon. Peace.